Yo guys, how you doing? We are back one more time. Let's just turn that music down ever so slightly. With Reikenor, the Grimhaler. He's been gloss varnished off stream, like I said I was going to. And he's ready to get a load of work done to him. I'm going to start off this evening with a fuck ton of washes. Bantless Arms, Crooked Grin, thank you very much for those hosts. Not going to need that for a minute. Let's pop that out of the way. Let's grab some dark tone, some blue tone, which I think is up here. That's green. That's another green. That's red, gonna need that. That's blue. Happy days. Let's also get some strong tone. Actually, you know what? Let's go for mid-tone. Mid-brown. How is everyone? Hope you all had a good day. I've had a really good day. It's been busy. We've had plenty to do. Clearly not everything has gone to plan, but the fact the studio is still not entirely together, but it's all good. Earlier on today, I edited the latest Patreon video, and I'm super, super happy with this. Des, cheers for that, host. Tomorrow, on Patreon, you'll be able to see exactly Toonie Spruce, thank you for that sub. Exactly how to paint power swords like a pro. I mean, like a pro, I don't mean like pro painter, eBay pro painter. I mean like me. Toonie Spruce, big congratulations, bro. 12 months. That's a year. You get your year badge. You've earned your stripes. That's key. That's pretty key. Psychotic 45, Big Brom, Wooden Spoon, Scrub Lord, Crooked Grin, Viking, Des, Abandons Lost Arms, and of course, Timmy Sprues. Good evening. Alright, let's get to it. Oh. So we're going to use this tonight, which some of you will have seen me use on the stream before. This stuff is really, really good for going alongside all of the Untitled Quick Shade washes. Now, Flow Improver does a reasonably good job of replicating what this does. Toonie Spruce, thank you. What the hell? Don't know what those lines were. Like I said, not all of today has gone completely to plan. Is some autofocus on or something? That's going to annoy me. One sec. No, there's literally nothing showing. That should stop any issues happening. Got chore/food shop done. Also went to my friend's local game store. Accidentally bought a Decimation Force and some eye painter washes. Well, you bought the eye painter washes. That's the important part. What's a Decimation Force? Something tells me this is like one of the boxes that you do at Christmas, that kind of thing. Mada! 5 months in a row. Legend. Absolute legend. Good evening to you too, sir. Wooden Spoon says, having a voucher-tastic week so far before heading to work at the weekend for 2 months. Just recovering from yet another PCR test. Ugh. Is it Chaos one? Nice. Checks out with the username, right? So, like I said, if you can't use this, you can't find it, whatever, Flow Improver works okay, but this is really good when used in conjunction with these products. I will warn you, though, when you first use it, it is a very off-putting thing. There's going to be at least one lad that's been single for long enough to know that this might look a little uncomfortably like jizz. And it does obviously begin as a definite white. However, this stuff dries completely transparent, but it really does help out our washes. So we can take some red tone. And we're mixing this pretty much 1-to-1. And you'll notice that this is going to go really cloudy looking. And just all in all, not appetizing at all. So why are we doing it? What's the entire point of this? Hicko! Cheers, dude. That is 16 months. And Hicko, another recipient of the Mohawk Miniatures t-shirt recently. Absolute legend. Single or married long enough? Yes. Yes. Psychotic managed to get the structure built on what will become my garden painting studio today. So with happy and broken. Damn. Awesome, dude. Quick shade mixing medium, otherwise known as Army Painted Cheers. Crownblade, SJ, and Snake. How you guys doing? So we've got our red done. I'm going to get our blue ready to go. And again, the question is, like, why are you bothering with this? What's the point in going through all of this, Jay? Why don't you just wash it? Well, it's very simple. Well, that came out of nowhere. Where the Fnords, massive cheer, instantly 100% in a hype train. It didn't even leave for station at that point. Damn, man. Thank you. Snake getting on the sub train as well. 17 months. Damn, that one cheer with 78% through a level 2 hype train. Crazy. Crazy. Thank you very much, dude. How you doing? Stu, cheers for the host, bro. So the reason we're going through this is because we've done a load of airbrushing work, and we have a miniature that is covered in various transitions, mostly red to blue. We've got that work on the base as well, where we've got the green and the purple. And we need to wash it. Now, if we just take these washes, which is just acrylic washes, slap them on, and then just sort of hope for the best, we'll end up with it drying before I'm really ready for that to happen. And what I want to do is basically wet blend our washes across these wings. Jaeger! How's it going? Need a space for my McFarlane's. The wife keeps growling, I guess, which she looks at the bookshelf, then glares at me. Brilliant. Brilliant. So yeah, we want to wet blend these two. So we get a blue wash, obviously put it all over this wing, and then move it over here, and then get a red wash and overlap it. That's why we prepared both of these two. That's why we're using that quick shade wash mixing medium. It'll just give everything a little bit more work time without really altering the other properties of our wash. So this is going on, and it looks super pale. But that's only because of that quick shade mixing medium. Now when this dries, it will dry darker because this medium will basically evaporate and cure and just become completely transparent. SJ! Cheers, bro. I was going to post on this morning by going to the door completely naked. I'm not sure what surprised him more, seeing naked out the door, or just like I knew it was yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Well done. I'm going to start reading to the end of your messages before I read them out loud, you know. But yeah, this will dry a much darker blue than it's going on there now. The lightness that we're getting is just because of that medium. Cramelade with a cheer as well. We're nearly through a level 2 hype train. 80%. Absolute badasses. Every single one of you. Thank you very much. So once we've got our blue down across one part of the wing, Let's grab some of this red. And we can work that in. Now, between the mixing medium and the gloss wash, we're able to get plenty of help guiding this into the recesses. This will also, not completely matte, but just help to matte down our gloss. Where the Fjords coming in big again! Dude! Highlights do tend to be terrible jokes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, it costs 16 quid to rent a movie, which is a lot more than it used to be. Let's be fair. But equally, you can't go to the movies, and for a family of 4, say, to go to the movies is probably a better part of 40 quid these days. AJ! He did it. He did it. Thank you very much, bro. And we are past the level 2 hype train into level 3. Good going, guys. Good going. Remember, as well, tonight is, of course, the Patreon giveaway night. So one Patreon member, ! Patreon for a link, will get this mini at the end of the show tonight. You could be a video viewer or higher tier. So that's all the students, the masterclass guys. Is that a divot or is that... Yeah, it was. Okay. Also, I completely forgot. Like I said, not everything today has gone completely according to plan. Let me rectify something quickly. Let's see, we need to go to this, and then this, and then this, and then this, oh, no, it wasn't that. Damn, I was really sure it was there. I will have to do it tomorrow. I thought it was going to be literally 2 clicks, but it's not. Tomorrow... Oh, God, is the music not coming through? It's still not coming through. Oh, it's still not coming through. What the fuck? No, it's good. Okay, well, looks like we're still having some issues with the stream sound, but... Damn! Too many sprues! What is going on, bro? Yo, gift subs to Story Machine, Canachoops, Lorvan1, Shane By The Way, and BobaFlex1911. You guys will all get meeps, but you won't be able to use these meeps for the giveaway at the end of the month. Well, you will. You'll get the end of the month, but not the ones... Not the streamiversary, which is the really important part. Shane, by the way, getting a sub. There's BobaFlex, and that's done. And AJ is throwing up. Guys, what is going on? Timmy, I know you said you got paid. Legend. AJ, absolute champ. Thank you very, very much, dude. Let me give B Camaxno I've probably really got that name wrong. Like, really got that name wrong. There's more. And Lee, the Johnsonator, subbing in 20 months. There's still been absolutely no... oh man, Ru-Tang! Bro. What are you... Oh my god. Oh my god, no, it's all kicking off now. It's all kicking off. Ru-Tang throws in gift subs to Gropif, Ritio Santi, the Forge Breaker, 1 back 6, Stealth Knight Steg. And then, it doesn't end there. Oh, it's not over. Snake Plissken is gifting a sub. A Bounced Arms is gifting a sub. All at the same time. To Lasfera and Lumpy Ultimate. Lumpy Ultimate. Oh my god. Can you imagine if you were like a Killer Instinct character and your ultimate was called Lumpy? And then possibly finally, yeah, Gumblina, too right. It's everyone's favourite part of the stream, bullying Jay with gifted subs. AJ Sadler, 500 bits in the jar. Finishing that level 5 hype train. Because it's payday. Brilliant. Brilliant. You've got an entire month to make that last, guys. Like, look after yourselves first, please. Bounced Arms snipes the boss. 510 bits in the jar. 125% of that hype train. Man, I fucking love Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct Gold were amazing. Absolutely amazing. Don't let anyone tell you different either. Awesome games. Wow, guys. Thank you very much to everyone that's just gifted a sub or bits. Truly help to keep the lights on. God damn. Thank you. Master Mouse! What up, dude? I do hope you're representing in your brand new Mohawk miniature shirt. And it seems that the Twitch merch is decent. Like, Scrub Lord! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Scrub Lord becoming the latest member of the Patreon group. That means tonight, you've got a chance. You have a chance of winning this. Painted by me in a colour scheme of your choice and sent out. Remember, last stream was the giveaway stream, last stream of the month. And a lot of virulence was taken, which means the mystery box remains sealed. There ain't no going in there. That is set till next month. Exciting. Very exciting. Could be anything in there. You guys know it's a mini. Like, we've said that much. I am so fucking pumped for this month. Like, so pumped for this. Dark Lord of Caliban getting his sub down. 2 months now. New badge. Master Mouse, yes. Car is fixed. So, get this, right? Car goes into the garage Monday morning. Sorry, Tuesday morning. They're like, you're not going to get it back before the weekend, bro. Like, okay, that's fine. I can't go anywhere. Like, sucks, might not be able to visit my girlfriend, but that's okay. It is what it is. So I get a phone call yesterday. Oh, just went on one part. You'll have it tomorrow. So this morning, I picked up my car. I was told I wouldn't have till at least Tuesday. And when I questioned it, they just went, yeah, we had the A-Team on it. Like, wait, do you mean the actual A-Team? Gearbox! Dude. Wow, we've got order level 5 emotes? Fantastic. Divox, thank you for gifting that sub to Rebelson. Let me give him some meeps. Boom. All done. Right, let's look at Jaeger's TED Talk on merch, right? So, it says, Gildan soft style shirts large, equivalent of medium in the Gildan heavy cotton. So basically, advices order a size larger than you normally would to when placing a shirt order through a Streamlabs merch thing. So it gives you more comfortable wearing experience. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. So, excellent. This is good to know. This is good to know. Well, that means that if the merch quality is good, then if we can't find anywhere better, then that is already a good place for it to be. So, I'm liking that. That's good. It's a good sign. Thank you for that TED Talk, Jaeger. And I'm sure we all thoroughly enjoyed that. Very, very entertaining. I give you 3 TEDs out of 4. That's right, marks out of 4 for this one. Alright, so we slapped down a little blue wash, then we'll slap down a little red wash. And yes, Master Mouse, it was like you can't have it back this week to... Well, we've sorted it. Scrublord changed his name. It's okay, you didn't sign up twice. I saw the difference. You've changed your name. Cheers, bro. You will get access. Can't even lurk in peace. Amazing. To tomorrow's video. How to paint power swords like a pro. That is a beautiful power sword. And it's a great tutorial. It's, I think, the most fun one I've done yet. So... I think you need to look in and around your car, see if there are any gold chains. To be a dead giveaway. The A-Team were working on it. Maybe they saw the Mohawk and was like, shit, we best get Hannibal and Murdoch on it, because BA's just dropped the fucking car off. Maybe it was just that. There you go. So mixing the blue and the red together across this midsection going to help give us a nice smooth blend. Let's get the underside of the wings now. This is going to need some dry time, so whilst it's drying, we will work a little on our Nurgle guy. Lord of Virulence, that's the one. Totally didn't forget his name. Can't wait for that. Need it for my grown-up baby carriers. Fuck yes, man. Fuck yes. Who's the pro? It's this guy I know. She can't black the single red stripe down the sides. No, but it is black. Back of the weekend's probably job done. And yeah, might have been actually. I do remember the guy saying when he said, "Oh, when do you want it back?" And I said, well, "As soon as possible." I was like, "Well, everyone says that." Yes, mate, but it's not like I've got access to your calendar, so of course that's what I'm gonna say. But hey, got it all back. It needs a service as well, which I was hoping I could avoid for a little bit longer, if I'm honest. But you know, that is what it is. So the car, to have the repairs done with VAT on, ended up costing me, I think it was $576. And then the service is going to cost me with VAT about $180. Doesn't need the full service, just like a half service, so we're alright. So yeah, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. We're okay. Like the thing that really could have been worse, let's be honest now, is the fucking tyre could have blown on the way down the motorway, and I might not be here. You know. Jackie, how you doing? Did I see Scrublord somewhere in here? There he is. Yes. Yeah. It's alright. That's cool, man. When it came up a second time, I was like, please don't tell me you signed up twice, and then I realised that it changes your... any changes to your name also trigger the alert. But thank you for subbing on Patreon. Good luck for later on today. Wingboy looks awesome. Love it. Wingboy is his name now. I'm just going through the saga of the car. It is back. This is fine. That is all that matters. Alright, let's get the red on this side. What are you up to this evening, darling? Do anything fun? That's okay, I'm safe. Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, the real worst thing that could have happened is that something like really bad, like some sort of accident could happen that involved people other than myself getting hurt. That would have been the real bad. Right. Any more bits on the lower body, the wings? Yeah, I need to get a little bit of red wash in on the tail. Just to help that along a little. And now we can start working on the dude. Oh, and the horse's head. May as well do the horse's head. Brilliant. Brilliant. Master Mouse. Absolute superstar. He's not a good person. But Jackie, you now are a subscriber. Congrats. I'll give you your meeps. Just so everyone can see there's fair play. Boom. There you go. It means now you have access to the emotes here. So you can spam the chat full of meeps if you want. The unsub heresy shall be purged, brother. Brilliant. Oh, God. I know we all joke about the cult of meeps, but occasionally I'm actually worried that I've created a cult. Alright? Don't let this go too far now, people. Right, just a little bit of a red wash there. And we'll work that around the top. Actually, should have worked that around the bottom. So let's just paint the whole thing. And then we'll wash over that with some blue. Don't want to have, like, Interpol knocking on my fucking door. Who's winning the vote? Exclamation point vote. Let's find out. Let's find out together. This is for the... There's so much stuff going on. It's just really hard to keep mentioning it without sounding like a broke record. But this is for the Tyrannid army that we are raffling off on the Streamiversary. I've got like 10 prizes lined up for that. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Let's see. So, exclamation point vote takes you to here. where you can help decide how we're painting the Streamiversary Nids. It is the 24th and 25th of April. You can choose as many of these as you like. I haven't voted yet. Currently, the results are a little bit more separation at the top. Blue and Bone is in the lead. Coming in second, the Black and White. Not far behind at all is the Blue and Orange. High Fleet Stabilo in fourth, falling by the wayside, and Red and Blue Behemoth Scheme left absolutely behind. Absolutely left behind. This is a very cool scheme. Like, it really is. Lots of mottling. It's nice. The Black and White. Oh, I do love this. This is absolutely one of my favourites out of the bunch, I think. For me, it was between that one and like this one. And that's because that is unbelievably 80s. Like, super 80s. Does help that they're the Metal Zone tropes as well. But, you know. Not the original Metal Zone tropes that look crazy. They were fucking well weird. Paul's the best rim to be here. Talking about Pacific Rim, of course. Awesome. Awesome. How the raffle works. So the way it's going to work is that prior, and I mean like almost immediately prior to the Streamiversary streams going live, we will basically drop everyone's meeps down to 0. So you'll go into it with 0 currency. Over the course of the weekend, you'll be able to watch and earn meeps, but you'll need to watch for like 10,000 minutes, and we won't be streaming for that long. So you won't be able to get a free ticket. You'll be able to donate, and obviously gift subs and so on, but to get tickets, we're engineering it so the only really efficient way of purchasing tickets is by doing straight up donations. So your donations will give you 10,000 meeps per £5 that you give. That's 5 English pounds. When does the vote end? We're going to run the vote easily through till Sunday. Maybe even longer. Might do 2 weeks on it. Because I've written a list with a different loadout, and I'm going to go with that loadout because it's just over 1,000 points. Well, it's just under 1,100 points at that stage. And it gives you an easy 1,000 points by just dropping out one model. So I kind of like the fact that that's a very user-friendly list. So we might leave this running for 2 weeks, give it plenty of time for people to get involved, and go from there. But back to how the raffle will work. So you will donate. Your donations of 5 English pounds, once you've changed your currency, will reward you with 10,000 meeps. If you donate £15, we'll reward you an extra 10,000 meeps to ensure that you've got basically a free ticket. So buy 3, get 1 free. If you donate £50, i.e. buy 10 tickets, we will give you 50,000 meeps for free. So buy 3, get 1 free. Buy 10, get 5 free. And like I was saying not that long ago, I have planned 10 prizes. Now, for those of you that were here for the last stream anniversary stream, so our first birthday, can you remember if there was a theme to the prizes? And if so, what that theme was? Des says there was. Would you like to share with the class, Desmond? Super heavies and knights. Well, that's because we were painting a knight, I take it, right? So we were painting a knight. And so all of the prizes were themed around great big Stampy Boys / Giganto things. Danny! Cheers for the host, bro. What were you painting this time? I mean, we're painting an army, right? Well, that leaves it very open to a theme for stuff, surely. We can't be giving away armies. That would just be madness. Right? I'm not saying that there's going to be 3 full armies and several smaller armies given away, because that would be madness. Lord Gitface! Thank you for the host. Don't give away armies, give away late. You're terrible. It's a big Necron army. That one's not being given away. Just before anyone builds that up into something in their head, that one stays with me. Right, see how that's washed down almost all the gloss, and we've started to get that nice little extra bit of transition going on there. The purple through the wings, getting it through the cloak and so on as well. Now let's pop both of these to one side. I'm going to grab some dark tone. There we go. He said strong tone. I knew that wasn't right. And some more of this wash mix shade medium. God, can you imagine winning 7,000 points of Necrons? Can you imagine that? No, that can't be a thing. Okay, give that a good mix. Again, becomes grey because of the medium. And then we're going to hit quite a lot of this actually, so we might need to go back in for more. Let's start up here and we can work downwards. So we're going to get things like the scythe blade, all the gold, chains, all that jazz. Why is there a painted monkey face? Like, yeah, I took a couple of photos earlier on of the Necrons. They're looking absolutely fantastic as an army. So happy with how they've come out thus far, you know. Imagine winning 7k Necrons painted. Oh! Yeah. I think that's the most Necrons that have been painted in that short a time without the use of a dry brush, you know. I really do. I can't think anyone's going to have topped that. That was literally, and I mean, like, literally 7 days worth of painting, bar a couple of hours, for all of that together. You're buying a box come Saturday morning, so there's every chance that I do. I'm still in two minds about it. I know it's going to sell out really quick. But it's just a load of plastic to add to the backlog. Like I said a few times, Jackie and I have just invested quite a lot in Gloomhaven. And that's got a massive and very deep and rich campaign system in it, which is going to take us like easily by the end of the year, you know. Is it tough being the eye candy of mini painting? I wouldn't know. Like, it's tough being the ate too much candy of mini painting, perhaps, but flatterer. Roughly how much would you charge to paint the set? Oh. Here's the problem, okay? It's all characters. So stuff like this gets real expensive real fast. I haven't worked it out, but to give you a rough estimate, before my prices raised year before last, actually. My prices tend to go up every year, just like fall in line with inflation and things like that, obviously. So 2 price raises ago, the Blackstone Fortress set was £990 to have done. Yes, 8 heroes and 42 enemies, except some of those enemies are full characters. And it gets really, like, difficult to get the commission done without it costing fortunes. So John, my client for Blackstone Fortress, like I said, paid nearly $1,000 for that set to be painted. But he plays, well, pre-COVID, he was playing almost every week with that. He was definitely getting his money's worth out of it. So, you know, it's whether it's worth it to an individual to get all that done. I know, like full well know, there's going to be a load of people that have probably already advertised it as pre-orders on eBay for fully painted, professionally painted, Curse City box, and it's probably costing somebody well in excess of $1,000 to buy both the game and have it painted and so on. And I still think that's a fair price. Right, I'm going to wash all of this black. It's going to desaturate a load of the recesses. And that's kind of what we want. Because whilst we've got this super vibrant green, we're going to end up highlighting a lot of this with a mixture of Cavalite green and grey. And that's going to give us a very washed out base for this guy, which isn't going to distract too much from everything going on up there. Yeah, pro painted. Yeah. Wolf, I'm glad you understand, mate. I know my prices are not cheap. Like in comparison to other mini painters, like en masse. In comparison to some painting studios, they're very cheap. I charge on average about 2/3 the price of C Studios for their silver. No, I think it's that I charge 2/3 of their bronze tier. I don't remember all the tiers. I don't have tiers. I have, like, you get it painted and it comes out this well, and that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get quality every time, not a quick rush job. But I think that for their bronze tier, like let's say bronze tier Space Marine, unit of 5, I charge about 60% of what they charge, but I feel you get the same quality as their silver tier. So in comparison to some painting studios, we're very cheap. But not necessarily in comparison to the odd sort of one-man band, and certainly not in comparison to the kind of people, and this is not to knock them at all, that are quantity painters rather than quality painters. So people that do like mass armies for a price rather than, you know, big armies for the price I charge. So you end up with maybe something that looks a little bit more like my Necrons, or something that's got a lot of dry brushing, or is just airbrushing and is no edge highlighting, that kind of thing. From that kind of studio. Yay, the follow bot. 2 of them. Happy days. We're quiet tonight as well. We've got less than 50, which is the first time this has happened for a while. So it must be a really quiet night if we're at that and the follow bots are coming here. So, eBay Pro Painted is usually absolute dog shit standard as well. Yes, it is. Yeah. Eyes looking in different directions and so on. And this is the issue I have with the term pro painted. Just because you make a living out of painting doesn't make you professional. That's the difference between having a job and having a profession. It's the difference between having integrity and getting stuff done properly and correctly, and getting stuff done quickly and sloppily. But to anyone that makes a living out of painting, you know, that's all good. The only thing that fucks me off, and this happened earlier on today, I saw something, it's like, I can't believe you, man. You need to sort your shit out. Anyone else here watch Emil Squidmar and his videos? He did one which went up either yesterday or today that was him spending a week doing nothing but painting his backlog, right? And he started off painting some like Hero Quest stuff that he just had lying around, a load of skeletons and mummies and undead stuff. Like, cool, nice. And he went, oh, I found this. This is a commission I started about 1.5 years ago. What? And I just never got around to finishing it. You took a commission from somebody, and then 1.5 years later, you were like, yeah, I reckon we'll get on with it now. I hate that. I see that happen a lot with like famous / semi-famous YouTubers. And that really grits my shit. Because when I give somebody like my word, I only get this done, here's the expected time frame, I'm going to do everything I can to fucking stick to that. You're not going to get, oh, sorry bro, I completely forgot about your miniatures because I was too busy making bank on YouTube. You've just got to find a way through and get all that sorted out. Tabletop are streaming again on YouTube. Are they really? I had heard they were going to start streaming. They don't show up on my front page, which is different. Wow, there's a video there for Miniac OnlyFans. It's still not happening, guys. Stop asking. Jackie would not be happy if I started an OnlyFans. Polly raised his hand. What do you want, Polly? Wait, don't tell me you're the one. Oh, you watch Emil. I was going to say, like, don't tell me you're the one that has, like, yeah, I started this commission 2 years ago and, like, meh. Today on What Grinds Jay's Gears. Yeah. Grits your shit. Isn't that just pebble dashing? That's great. If it makes more money, I'd say do it. Don't encourage them, Jackie. When big YouTubers take a longer commission, it makes more. Okay, or the appearance is okay for people doing commission. Yeah, exactly, right? And it's utter bullshit. Petters! How are you doing, brother? I was going to message you earlier on, and I thought, anytime I'm about to message you, in my head I'm like, oh, I wonder what Damien's painting right now. I can't ask you that question anymore. And I thought about it, I was like, oh, I'll just message Damien, see how he's doing, see how he's settling into his new job. I wonder what he's painting. Oh, I can't ask him what he's painting. I don't want to get like an uncomfortable like start to things. Like, hey mate, what secret shit are you working on? So yeah, can't do that. Right, we're waiting for this to dry. I've got a little bit of washing left to do on all the brown stuff, so let's just grab our fourth and final shot glass. Shot glass? Bottle cap. There we go. Bottle cap. That's what we're using. You're painting stuff. Good. Are you having fun though? Like, are you fully embracing the heavy metal style and all that jazz? And are you managing to get any personal work done? Because I found that when I work for GW, despite it being basically what I do now, just paint toys all day, it just doesn't feel like work. I know. Because I couldn't get the car yesterday, I therefore couldn't go and see Jackie. And we sort of messaged each other back and forth last night. And I can't remember what time it was, but she asked like what I was doing. It's like, oh, I'm just painting, having a lot of fun. It was my night off. I was still working and just enjoying it. Work doesn't feel like work. Which is another reason why, if you're some sort of streamer and you decide to take on a commission, decide randomly, fuck it, can't be arsed with this, and leave it for a year and a half because you forget about it, that's another reason you should be like hung, drawn, and quartered. But yeah, when I was working for GW, I just had no drive to paint my own stuff. I'd get home in the evening and just be like, no, fuck this now. I don't mean to offend anyone, but a lot of Warhammer streams are painful to watch. Repeat themselves a million times is like nails on a chalkboard. I don't mean this to offend anyone, but a lot of Warhammer streams are painful to watch. I had to. What brought that up? Shot glasses for innovators and sissies. Brilliant. J withdrawal intensifies. Look. Soon. The weekend. It's not that far away. You'll be fine. Ben, if you're watching, wear your headphones to bed. That's all I got for you, bro. Might want to sleep in the garage. Doing loads of personal work. Wake up at 5 and take the dog for a walk. Get home, start painting at 8. Finish at 5:30. Take the dog for a walk. 6:30 and paint till about midnight. Yeah, I mean that sounds like my day, just with less dog walking. But that's awesome, dude. I'm really glad. Drunk Mystic! 6 months. That's a new badge. Congrats, bro. And thank you very much. Did you apply for No Retreat this time around, Damo? Just waiting on people getting their boxes and sort of seeing who's going. Effectively, I'm waiting to find out if an army I've painted is going. You must have gotten in. You must have gotten in. I'd put cash money on you going. Like, 100%. I know they're down to 26, and I know it means that there's like less of each army that they can take, and they try and get pretty wide representation. And there's a couple of Deathwatch players that are, in fact, shit. There is already one Deathwatch player that is confirmed. Wonder if they're going to get 2 Deathwatch in. Out of 26 people, there's only 26 factions. So as soon as they repeat one, they've written off one faction from turning up. So that's Oh, shit, man. Well, I really hope you get to go, because you should have been in there from last year. If it wasn't work being a complete bunch of cunts, you'd have been there. And you'd have loved it, mate. You'd have loved it. So you said grinding gears. I have this irk from watching someone take like 3 hours to get through. Brilliant. Which more would apply your same style to the slideshow, the chat, and not over promotion, not... Oh, mate, I can't do half of that shit. World Eaters. Ooh. Trying to think. I don't think I've seen any Chaos ones yet. Exciting times. Exciting times. Well, if you need some practice games once we're allowed to play Toy Soldiers again, then come on down and I'll give you another pasting around the tabletop. Right. So that's all the washes. I need all of that to dry before we can do anything else to it. Still a little bit wet in a few places. You can see we've got a few patches where it's just glistening a little bit, like under here, under here. So I'm going to leave that for a moment. I'd love to start putting this together, but we need to know who's going to win it before we do that. Can't do that. Which means we may as well carry on a little bit with our Lord of Virulence. Why not? Probably for the next 20 minutes or so. Just do a little bit of assembly while waiting for those washes to dry. So never too many socks. I saw you in here earlier on. I saw the exclamation point Discord, which means I'm assuming you've jumped in now on Discord. Maybe that's you that joined in general there. This is your mini now. How would you like to have him painted? You're in. Awesome. Yeah, how do you want it, dude? Like, we've obviously got the cool box art version of the Lord of Virulence. The Death Guard in their sort of newfangled green. We can do old school. We can do a completely, like, custom color. Choice is yours, bro. Any way you want. So jealous, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't win them all. I was hoping the box would get taken. Mostly because it's the box. But then it means that this is up for grabs for like a second time, and there were a few people who wanted this. Message here if you want, dude. We can have a chat. Rhiannon, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you for the support, though. Really. Right, we've got 8, 9, and 6 that we need to get now, which I think are all the little drapes. Because the guy's wearing net curtains, basically, is what I've managed to work out from this. Wait. So we need that bit. This bit. And this bit. It's all tentacles. Always worth taking a mystery box. It was for you that one time. It was definitely worth it for you. But is it always? There's been one occasion when the thing on the inside has been a grot. And with April Fool coming up when we were going to give it away in the mystery box, maybe it wasn't worth it. Chaos Werg 80, cheers for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? So just shaving down all those sprue attachments. Get rid of all of these, and then we can start going around looking for any bits of flash as well. You know what? I never thought about being April Fool's touch the giveaway. Haha, exactly right. I know. How much was the mystery box worth it, do you reckon? Remember, it's in there for next time. So is it still a booby trap? Or is it still a cool mini? Who's a devious bastard? Mostly bastard. Never know. Sergeant Major! What up, bro? How you doing? Also, who's doing some hobby along with me tonight? We've normally got a few of you either playing with brushes or doing some assembly, some kit bashing. Please tell me that doesn't join up to this. Okay, no, phew. It joins to the where the membrane joins to this, so that's okay. It does count because it's not April Fool's. Well, it would just be a booby trap, wouldn't it? You are excellent. Let me old school bone and green. Bone colored armor, black helmets, Admech style red cloth. Skin is pale, similar to Gene Stealers. When you say similar to Gene Stealers, can you give me a little bit more of a breakdown? Because I've seen about 1,000 different Tyranny color schemes recently. So I need a little bit of help on that one. So bone, I'm assuming green shoulder pads. You don't say that anywhere in your thing. Oh, Heresy era Death Guard. You know, the very first minis that I painted when I got back into the hobby about 5 or so years ago was some Tactical Marines painted as old school Heresy era Death Guard. And I've even got the transfer sheet for it from Forge World. So we can definitely hook you up with this. There's this sort of building a rhino. Is it the Sheeman Russ? That's sort of a rhino. Doing some Duardin. Some sorts of dwarves, okay. Painting gunmetal on intercessors. Oh, lovely. Great job. I hate painting metal. Just completed 3 heads of my Chimera. Started the main dragon head, but absolutely shattered. And not want to spoil it, we're trying to paint blurring vision. Totally. And the orange worked? You bet it did, mate. I love painting yellow. Yellow is absolutely one of my favourite things to paint. Just skin is pale with a purpley shade. Right, I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, yes. This guy's going to have a gigantic purple ball sack. And for anyone that doesn't know, I mean, that's clearly an overgrown nut sack. A little bit blue ball, perhaps, but, you know. Harold Bjarn Vika. How badly have I butchered your name? I went for my best efforts there, okay? Mr. Chillmore, was that you? You heard your name. Excellent. How close to its actual pronunciation was I? But thank you for being the latest Patreon member. You're eligible now to get in on this giveaway later on tonight. There's an hour and, call it 20 minutes before we do that. You're going to paint tiny hairs in his bouncing sack. No, I'm going to assume that this is the kind of guy that shaves his nuts. I'm thinking if they're flapping out all over the place all the time, i.e., you know, this, then he's probably just like nipping in with a Gillette every now and again and like keeping that that low. Cut the gutaway, trim the fat, replace on. I thought about it, but honestly, I'd have to green stuff it, and I'm really terrible at stuff like that, so we didn't. Or waxes it inside Worship the Slash. I had surgery to replace my aortic artery about 4 years ago, and due to swelling, I genuinely had a ball sack like that. What? Sticking out of your trousers? Back, sack, and crack is the way to go. So, one of my friends, like the guy that's one of my sort of closest ever friends, goes and has that done every 4 weeks. He pays $60 a month to have his balls, butt crack, and back and shoulders waxed. I can't imagine the pain of... but I imagine the hot wax, probably a little bit uncomfortable, but potentially just nice and relaxing. But the... Oh, no! No! I can't see that being good at all. And I know it's probably like a few seconds of discomfort, and then it's all okay. But no. Had to sit down, do pee. Oh wow. It's still more. It's still sparked my interest in paintings now. I'm painting Scarbrand. Takes time to start to look like something awesome. Awesome, dude. Scarbrand is epic. I can't wait for Angron to be released, just so that I can buy a fuckload of Bloodthirsters and totally get on it with the whole corn. Damo, as soon as you hear Angron is coming out, man, I don't need you to break your NDA or anything. I just need you to just like send me a message that just says wink. That's all I need from you, okay? And we'll assume that you're just flirting, because that's happened before. And that's, by the by. And then no one will know. Why have I got to attach this to this? Why did you make that tiny ass joint? Oh my life. Kuno, well, this is... I am a bit of a loss with your army. So you started off with getting a load of dwarves, and it was hammerers and things like that. And now suddenly they're all fish dwarves. What's the deal? I mean, you say they're being painted right now. I bet they're being sat there, looked at by your other commission painter, going, why couldn't it have just been 7 dreadnoughts? How's he doing? Still a few wet bits. Okay. That's fine. It'll take a little longer to dry. That's okay. So that number 6 bit goes on his back. How? Basically, I'm trying to leave this off, especially if we're now painting this guy bone. I want the drapes left off. So this bit goes... looks like that way up. Here. Right, okay, cool. So that one we can attach, that's fine. How about I took to like the model, but I had to dwarf it up to fix it. Acting with 4 turtles, 3 sharks, Poseidon, Lord of the Deep, and a few... Fair. Fair. I know you'll not want to like go halves on an army. You know, you're going to go deep. And in this case, you've gone like fathoms deep. I do love that turtle though. That is one of my absolute favourite minis, and one day I'll get to paint one as a commission, but we'll see. Right. Head, and then pipes that attach the head to the body. That's next. That's the head. So we're doing the head black, you said. Cool. So 10, and then 11 and 12, as you'd expect. I do hate it when you get a character on a relatively small base. This is a 50mm that he stood on. That has pages. It's got like an entire book, basically, to put them together. Because the flashbacks to the fucking Psychomancer are just too strong. That model was absolutely one of the most nightmarish things to put together I've ever had. But hey. I found a horror movie. I'm not seeing it's going to go do that. Take care, sweetheart. I'll see you soon. Looking forward to the weekend. Yeah, that's not meant to be. So sometimes you see these lines, and they're where there might be a ridge, and the way to find out is literally just to just gently but firmly run your nail over it. And if it starts to like disappear, then it's because it's not meant to be there, and it's essentially a mold line. So, little sanding stick, get shot at the mold line, you're all good. To be fair to GW though, they are doing a much better job of hiding those. Getting them in line with armor ridges and stuff like that. Fair play to them. What's my saying? Admech Iron Strider. Yeah, but at least that's like a decent sized mini. Whereas these both sit on bases like this and are so complicated. Ricardo, hello mate. Finished my tournament today after a year of no painting. Now it's Forge Road next to build and paint. Nice. Nice. Both by a sea elf turtle and a canine blood trying to convert up a witch cult-esque Tantalus. I think you'd also still need a lot of Tantalus parts for that. To make it still look like a Tantalus. And the only reason I say that, there was a bit of drama, and it wasn't a lot of drama, but someone was throwing their fucking toys at the pram, which is kind of common in Warhammer. In a chat that I'm in the other day, and there's people that are in this chat occasionally that may know what I'm talking about. So if I'm not using names, please also don't use names. Somebody had done a conversion for their Dark Eldar, taking one of the Sigmar models. It's got big bat wings, it's got a tail, and it's got a spear. And I want to say it's some kind of like flying demonette looking thing. It's not Slanesh. My guess is it's probably Dark Elves. That model sound familiar to anyone from the Sigmar line? Manticore? No. It's a humanoid thing. It's humanoid. It's a woman. I think the one that I saw. Whether they all are or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, they've taken that and they put a gun on it, as well as the spear. And I misread the chat that they wrote at this point, and I'm like, okay, cool. Could be from the Daughters of Cain, but I don't know what it is. Like, what model out of that range? I misread what he put down. And I assumed this was a conversion for a Scourge, because it looks like a Scourge. So you have a model with wings, with a tail, which the Scourge doesn't have, a gun, and some close combat weapons. So maybe it's like the Archon style version, not Archon, the Sergeant style version of whatever it is. Exarch, that's the word I was trying to get to. So thinking, alright, that's cool, maybe it's the Exarch. That's fine. Right, if we're going to paint this black, that's not being glued on, because the surround for it is bone, and I don't want to risk getting the two together, but we're going to glue these bits to it, but not to the locations here on the armor, like not back up here. So just these bits, because I want that to dry pretty quick. We use the other plastic glue. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, you've made a Scourge. Sweet. Kennerai heart renders. Potentially. I don't know. Anyway, in this guy's head, they were Hellions. Is it those? Oh, let's have a look. Thank you for the link. Yes, exactly those. Exactly those. So these are the things. Fucking great job on the wings, whoever painted those. Smash those wings out. Well done. By giving these a gun, in his head, these were a Hellion. And I'll show you what a Hellion looks like. Nightmare, how you doing, dude? It was a Photoshop paint. I mean, it doesn't have to have been based on that. So, this was the base model. Dyria is continuing their gift sub. Thank you so much. I still can't get the alert to work for that. It's not in the dashboard in Streamlabs at all. It's not on my Twitch dashboard. I can't find it. It's really annoying me. It might be down to operating system or whatever. But it's like, these suddenly became these. And his argument behind them not being these was they have a tail. So that to that, I can totally see it. I can totally see it. That to that, you're missing the board. Like, you definitely... If you were to describe this person in 3 words, it would be elf, skyboard, hitty stick. What are they called? Fuel sticks. The gladiator thing. This... Girl, wings, spear. Green Goblin. Eviler, druggy Green Goblin. Even that's kind of a little bit superfluous, let's be honest. But in an army where those exist in the same army as these, and those look exactly the fucking same, or close to, you know, not too far off. Using these models, as well as fielding these models, is only going to confuse the living fuck out of your opponent. No, Trump, not planning a new project. We're talking about somebody in a chat that I'm in that was upset that people didn't think their conversion was up to standard. And the only reason I brought this up was because we had a very brief snippet in chat of, oh, I might take the turtle from Sigmar and convert that into a Tantalus. And whilst that sounds amazing, I think you need to have a very clear focus when you're doing a conversion to make it absolutely look like the original model. So to turn the turtle into a Tantalus is going to require a massive fin, 2 holes, or some kind of long board that it's on. What's the other like defining thing of the Tantalus? It's got the blades at the front, or the thing that comes together for a cannon. I can't remember. But those are like its a main thing. So any conversion that anyone plans out, you've kind of got to go and look at the spirit of the original thing that you're looking to create yourself. And it's usually a lot of work, especially on the big stuff, like, for instance, a Tantalus. Now, if you're going to actually do the conversion of a Tantalus out of the Fishmen's, whatchamacallit, turtle, Leviathan, I'd love to see it. So please, if you do it, share it. Hang on a minute. How does that go on? That way. So we need a little dart in there. Yeah, I'd love to see it. It sounds cool as fuck. But it needs to look like a Tantalus. And the guy's argument of, well, they've got whips. That looks nothing like a Scourge. Is a little bit falls flat on its face. If you want to be able to convert Hellions, have some witches riding winged beasts or similar. Yes. I don't even know what a splinter pod is, so I'm going to take your word for that. But certainly they need the Goblin Glider. Gotta have that. Yes, AJ, those actually could be Hellions. So this is one of the Van Saar like add-ons, I guess, for want of a better word, for Necromunda. And these are plastic. Those little boards look a lot closer to being a Hellion than anything we've just seen, aside from the Hellion. You know? Brilliant. Well done, Sergeant Major. Okay, I'm going to leave those in there to dry solidly around the helmet. Or not, in that case then. They can just sit out. So got the helmet done. That's one sub-assembly. That's probably likely to be another one. Though I think the weapon can go on there. Yeah, the weapon can go on. So we've got the Plague Spewer, Twin Plague Spewer to go on now. So yes, that was a little bit of a rant on people using liberal actually not even liberal, people just taking the piss with conversions, but somehow still fooling themselves into thinking that what they've done is completely correct. Like, the delusion that comes with it is really weird for me. Markomania! How you doing, bro? Long time no see, but paint me like one of your models. I tend to paint a lot of models in sub-assemblies, so that's not the best thing to ask for. Because the first thing that happens is dismemberment. We'll do it, but we need to wait to have the funds. I have a rough idea on how to do it, but it's much more obvious conversion compared to yourself. I'll bet it is, mate. I'll bet it is. Because the example I gave was one of the worst examples of a kit bash that I've seen in a while. Because it's blatantly not obvious that it is a Hellion. You know, when you look at a converted model, you must be able to immediately see what it is. Not believe it's one thing and then be told it's something else. And the person, when a few people in the chat that are either tournament goers or TOs themselves, or both, said I'd probably have an issue with that. They got unbelievably defensive. I'm like, well, no one's going to take him off the table if I'm there, are they? I don't know who this guy is, but I imagine he's not like Chuck Liddell. So, now you say my friend's Chaos Lord running a Carnosaur with Carnifex talons and flagrant rings is a bad Chaos Lord or Manticore. As long as it looks like Chaos Lord or Manticore, and that's like the only thing it could be, and it's not ambiguous, then no, it's a good one. You know? One guy had like 200 orcs, all in random stages of paint or bare grey, all those rogue trader orcs. One of the axe head broke off. Oh, it's a weird boy with a staff. No. That's such shit. That's so shit. We can say model as you at the moment, but I wouldn't use a skirt. I'm going to have goop coming at the tank on his back. Tips on how I might go about it. Good question. So, like, out of this definite spout, and this one as well, I'd assume, you could green stuff like a big fat drop. You could use like some PVA. Actually, that works. It's just you've got to be patient with it. I would probably, and this is a bit of a weird one, close size range. I wouldn't use it with water effects. I'd use UV drying resin. I did a video showing you how to do. Absolutely, mate. Got to get that Mohawk elbow in there. The most electrifying move in painting entertainment. I did a video on making stalactites, stalagmites, things like that, using UV resin. And it's a really, really good way of creating elements for a miniature that don't require casting and that doesn't require too much fucking about. So what you could do is you could take some in a pipette and make like a drop, make a runnel, and then just add a little bit to it at a time using a toothpick just to sort of help get it on the model. Dry it down with a torch and build up a very organic, because it will flow naturally, very organic looking blob of goo. I would do it before undercoating the mini rather than doing it like as the last step and trying to color it and stuff. I've never tried adding a pigment to UV resin, but something tells me it will probably fuck with the drying process, or the curing process at least. And you might end up with something that isn't ideal. So I would just do it beforehand and then paint it and make it look really bright and manky, or equally make it super dark and grim. Like he's having a horrible... Well, it looks like it's about the width of a Coke can. So I'll leave that up to the chat's memory for that one. Only 2 hours for that heresy. Yes. I've seen those orcs in action. And it's amazing what you can do to the footprint of a blob of orcs as well, by the way, if you don't worry about them actually all being on the table the right way up. So if you have 30 orcs or 30 jump pack orcs, whatever they're called, and you just kind of go, right, I'm going to put these here and I'm going to move them up like this, and suddenly 30 orcs fits into a gap like this because they're fucking piled on top of each other. Like, no, go back, move those properly. Storm Boys, yes. Kuno, I have no idea what you're talking about, but Des knows what I'm talking about. Alright. That's all the nasty bits of sprue. There's some fucking awful mold lines on this one. I'm just going to start scraping some of those away. Rather than filing those, and we just come in with a file afterwards and tidy up. How's this doing? Well, I've actually found a few spots that the wash missed, basically. So you see there's a little bit of blue here, a little bit of red here, and you can see the massive difference between the two. So we'll finish getting this guy together, then we'll tidy up that, and we'll move on. It is 10:30. We've got plenty of time to get both those two things done. And then, of course, in 55 minutes, it's going to be time to give away Sergeant Ripper Jackson to one Patreon video viewer or higher tier member. We've had a few people join Patreon today. And I'm so glad we're doing it this way around now, where you'll now get access to the full month's worth of being a Patreon member. So. The Forgewood one is enormous, mate. Yeah. Fucking huge. It's proper mega boss sized orc for definite. I get the feeling that somebody's meant to be there. Jay Ward coming on Patreon as well. Mate, thank you very much. Remember, if you were doing that just for getting access to tonight's giveaway, you need to be video viewer or higher, and that won't get you to that stage. But thank you for the support, if that's what you meant it for. Came to a comp late to start deploying blank bases because you hadn't glued them yet. No. That's so shit. That's so shit. That's just super shit. I can't even conceive of doing that. Yeah, there's no part of me that could go to a tournament for that. Akuno! Also getting in on Patreon. Mate, these are your swords. You're going to get a tutorial on how to paint tomorrow. These are Akuno's Custodes that we're painting at the moment. This sword is on 3 of his Gladius Dreadnoughts. And now he's going to get a guide on exactly how to do it. Wait, hang on. That's going to get me out of commissions. No, Akuno, I'm cancelling your membership to Patreon. It's led by the TO as well. That's so shit. I know you don't paint, bro. I know. I joined Patreon just for purple Discord name. Fair. I think that's a good and heartily approved way of doing it. Let me know, anyone that's joined Patreon today. Damn, Jonathan Davis getting in on Patreon as well. Fantastic. Guys, crazy support today. You all want Ripper Jackson. Just all about those Catachan chicks, right? Exploding Fruit subbing 5 months in a row. Keeping the streak alive. Thank you very much, sir. Do you have issues with any colours painted on minis for tabletop? How do you mean? Do you mean if, like... So here's a real life example that I've seen. Is an army painted all as Iron Hands with the exception of transfers being put down. So they don't have like the white hand of Saruman or whatever it is. They don't have that, but they've got literally every other thing that would make you think, oh, that's an Iron Hands mini. Sorry, Iron Hands. I thought it meant to say Iron Warriors. Definitely didn't mean to say Iron Warriors. But played as Salamanders, because Salamanders were OP at the time. Do you mean like that? This is the Tamiya Extra Thin, yeah. I quite like it. I don't use it for everything, so we've got the Revel out as well, because this dries really quick. This dries and is really, really good for getting into gaps. So along here, you can just drop it into those gaps, and it will take away most of the line that needs filling there. Then you can come in a minute with this, and away you go. You see colours that dictate rules. You're absolutely right. It's just, for me, that was an army that was... Like, if you look at a miniature and have to go through a mental process of, no, that isn't this, it's this, then I think that's shit of your opponent. Like, I get it, sure. You know, don't allow FAQs, don't allow codexes to completely fuck over your army. And it might be you absolutely love playing, let's just choose one. Let's say Imperial Fist. You love the colour scheme and the history of Imperial Fists, but suddenly Imperial Fists are absolutely pants, and you still want to play 40k because you love it, and who doesn't? But you're in a position where you are very much regretting painting your toys yellow. And so you play them as Ultramarines. Why not, right? I get that people do that. The yellow stick thing, I'll get to that in a sec. I'm going to use it in a second, actually, and I'll be able to show you. I get that people do that, and I get that you kind of have to do that. But this is why I fully advocate painting custom chapters for stuff. Because, like I said, if your opponent has to look at something and go, ah, shit, they've got a 5-up feel no pain. Well, no, it's a 6-up now. Oh, shit, no, they don't have that. Oh, I fucked up my movement phase because I thought I'd have to charge them. Now, all of those things, I think, as soon as your opponent has to go through any of that, then you are not... you're not really putting them in a good position. And it's just sort of bad etiquette. And so that's why I bring up the Iron Manders case, because to me that's what that is. The thing with the Catachan Chick is that they bang you through the bed. They have a more gentle tone than Ogrim. Death by Snoo Snoo is... Yeah, I'm glad somebody brought that up. White Scars players are now white-coloured Raven... Yeah, White Angels. Absolutely. Or Raven Scars. Right, to answer your question about the yellow stick, this is a sanding stick. It's a 300 grit sanding stick. And whilst I use a craft knife and kind of shave away a lot of things like mold lines and stuff where we can, and certainly like big lumps of stuff like this. Big J Davis, dude! Unless you're playing Alpha Legion and it's fluffy. That's actually correct. But who's got an Alpha Legion army? Big J Davis gifting subs to Etcoin, Buffy665, Bubba J117, HBC Momo, and Deathmarch. All you guys will get some meeps before the chance that you're allowed to use them. That chance will not be in the stream anniversary, though. Remember, we're zeroing out the meeps just before then. For you to buy your tickets for the giveaways. The many giveaways. So here's why this is good. Unlike a file, it's obviously disposable. And metal files used on plastic tend to fill up with a plastic dust and basically die very quickly if you use them. It's also flexible though, so if you're doing it on a curve, you can just bend that ever so slightly over the curve and you'll get a nice soft bit of filing to it. Unlike a metal file where you run the risk of like putting massive divots in your toy soldier. Now you can get these in a variety of grits. I tend to buy packs that have got, I think, 6 different colours. Each colour is a different grit level, so different level of abrasiveness. And the yellow ones, the blue ones, and the pink ones are the ones that I use. The rest are there for doing things like, maybe I'm just taking some of the The sprue joints or some MDF scenery or something like that. They come in quite handy for that, but that's about it. And Damo, nice that you agree. Cheers. All the starters are Alpha Legion. I mean, either they've kept it a really good secret from each other, or that's not accurate. They are the chapter full of secrets, though, so you might be right. But yeah, these, I can wholeheartedly recommend these. Where do we get them from? There was... I think I put this in links on... Not links. Oh shit, maybe it was in links. No. Yes! Toonie Spruce put it in there. Let's just copy that. Boom. Brilliant. It's taking you to the post. That's the shittest link. Copy link. There you go. Scale mold shop. I bought these from Amazon and they were £7 or £8 a pack. I found them on there for something like $2.99. And as soon as I saw it, like, well, just in case that's a misprint, I'm buying 2. Not a misprint. So good. If I had Death Watch, I could have had one of each chapter colour. Yes, absolutely. In fact, Damien, who's in the chat, has the most beautiful Death Watch army I've ever seen. And it was a tremendous pleasure watching him put them back in the box. After he'll be shot to death by knights. Damien, you're the reason why my own Deathwatch army will not be painted as Deathwatch, and there'll be my own custom chapter. That and the fact that Deathwatch is now in the normal Marine Codex, and so I could use Deathwatch Marines as any Marines. We're all good. Love you. Logan killed a bad one, the Alpha Legion replaced him to take control of the Black Legion. You reckon that's what happened? That's your headcanon. Do love the Alpha Legion. There is an entire Alpha Legion army upstairs. Currently. Mind Weapon are immutable missions. Yes, there's a brilliant heresy book. A lot of people don't like it. Like, the Alpha Legion books tend to get a really, really bad review from people as far as the heresy stuff. I see what you mean, Wolf. Yeah. But I genuinely liked the Alpha Legion books. There's one there where a Marine, and we won't, no spoilers, come on, keep it clean now, where a Marine infiltrates Terra and has to go through essentially trials to get his memory back to know what he's there to do and to complete his mission. In case he gets captured, he can't give up any secrets. I thought it was absolutely genius the way that was written. The thought that there's this chapter that does that and mind wipes their dudes. That's mad. That's so mad. Big fan of the Alpha Legion. a little, and it's super small. There's this little nipple there that locates into that, but does anything get attached to this fist? Because there's quite a lot of play in it, and I just want to be sure that there's nothing there that the shoulder pad at the front. I'm going to attach that before I attach the arm, and then it does get attached to the body. So maybe we do all of that before we glue the fist, just to be sure it's in the right spot. So first up, we've got a little bit still on the gun, number 16. Alpha Marines are Manchurian candidates, basically, but probably with less LSD. I think I said probably less LSD. Obviously, when you're doing this, guys, don't cut towards yourself like I do. You know, find a better way. But I'm using a knife that is reasonably blunt, and so there's almost no chance of getting through my thumb. There's enough of an edge to it to get through the plastic, because the plastic's not particularly hard. Although it's better than that, like, blue and red coloured plastic they put in starter sets here and there. That stuff is soft. It's that bend at the top, and that goes into... Clever boy, well done. That goes onto there. Oh, come on, ham hands, get on with it. That goes in there. Oh, I see, that goes behind that. Well, that's actually a really shit design. This doesn't want to stick onto there, so we use the Rebel for this. Don't do what my mates did and use a brand new knife. No, don't do that at all. This is why I keep the ones that have had plenty of use. You see. GW produces the child-safe version of a knife, obviously, with the like a completely bladeless front side of it, the mold line remover that they make. You can just use the back of an X-Acto knife, or just a dull X-Acto knife. But I understand why they produce that. It makes it very, very safe for people to use. You can't really cut yourself with it, and if you do, you've got like weapons grade special, like full on special. So no, that's not dry. This could be a minute. What's an A&E? Accident and emergency. So it's basically where you go when you've been silly or you've had an accident. And I've gone several times for both reasons. So yeah. Yeah, Akuno, the thing is that you're giving that to a Marine who aren't always known for their smarts. So, best habit if you're cutting something from a base is to snip most of the base away. Cut halfway into my thumbnail once doing that, and surprisingly missed the thumb underneath. Nice. You're not part of the cult of Meep? Just think of all the Meep hair you're going to get when these custodes get to you. Like, all of these, and the dreads are just up here. Just think of all of the Meep hair you're going to end up with. That's nearly attached. That's fine, we can let go of that. Cool. Right, we need to get number 19, which is shoulder pad, and number 20, and those I think are the last 2 bits. Yep. Happy days. I thought you were in the Marines. Are you Army? Sorry if I've got that wrong, dude. How do you dust your minis? Well, they're in a cabinet, which does get dust in, unfortunately. And so I have a can of like spray air, or I have an airbrush, and this works. So, failing that, you can use any like super soft bristled brush. So some of the really cheap ones I've got, here's one that I use for just brushing pigments off something. This is super soft at the end. You can just use this to quickly dust a lot of stuff off without having any real risk of damaging a mini. Obviously, if it's got things like antenna, aerials, all that sort of shit going on, you're probably best to just be extremely careful around those areas. But it's not something I do very often. Like, if I'm taking an army to a tournament, I dust it down beforehand because I want to win best painted, if I can. And so, tournaments. Got some news on that. But yeah, I want to win best painted, and having an army that's covered in dust is not going to help you get best painted. Let's be honest now. It's going to look shit, and the judges will just mosey on. Tournament. I bought a tournament ticket yesterday. Woo! The tournament is the Beachhead Brawl. If you're painting Thousand Suns, as long as you don't dust the inside of the armor, you're okay. If you dust the inside of the armor, big problems. Outside is fine, dust away. It's probably a friend that you're helping get off their armor. Yeah, I bought a ticket to the Beachhead Brawl, which is the 12th and 13th of February, I think, next year. I went to the last one, which was the first one, which was a 100-man tournament. Ended up with a record of 4-2 with Knights over 6 games. This one may go up to 7 games over 2 days. Oh, yes. I fucking love it when days get like that. 4 games in a day. I'm still working on like pretty much peak efficiency. I love that 4th game. My opponent's trying to work out what he's even doing. And I don't mean his army men. I mean like kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. That is in Bournemouth. It is all of the south. So Damien, who's now moved to Nottingham, this is a great tournament for you to go to beforehand. No, Sergeant Rolf, honestly, my game 4 last year, I played against this guy called John who had custodes. So it's not like he's got an army that's super like brain intensive to play, you know. I'm playing Knights, so I know people will argue easy mode, but this guy was at the side of the table, like this. After deployment. It's the one that Vic won, I think. Yeah, reasonably sure Vic won and Lawrence came second. And then Lawrence and Vic played. And Vic trashed him. Like, bent him over. So... If Lawrence had taken his game to game 5, every game he played in, he wouldn't have done as well as he did, put it that way. This is what happens when you are extremely used to filming battle reports and being able to take 8 hours to play a game of 40k actually. Yeah, he had Grey Knights. Vic had the... it was kind of the Brohammer list, but it wasn't quite. So Vic had a version of it which I thought was better with 2 impulsors in the list. And it didn't get a lot of play by people like Siegler on the very top tables of stuff like the LVO. But I thought Impulsors added a lot to the list. It gave you some screening that was extremely durable. Gave you something that was a little bit quicker. So I really liked that list. Yeah, play design, Hans. Cold Touch! Cheers for that sub. Right, we got half an hour before we do the Patreon giveaway for Ripper Jackson. We've got plenty of time to finish this guy, get the other washes put down on that guy, and then move on, basically. We'll see how far we can get. Right, where the fuck do these go? They need to be cleaned first, but they look like they go that way around, because they must locate into part of this. It looks like just this part. That's the weird thing. Maybe that goes... Fuck it, let's clean it and then try and work out what's going on. But that was a brilliant tournament. I won Best Painted. It was the first time I'd won Best Painted for a major event. We placed in Best Painting. Certainly got nominations. It's all 3 holes. Is it really? Maybe it sort of fits around underneath that. Oh, yep, we got it, Nice. Thank you. It is Feb next year. Yeah. It's not Feb this year, is it, pal? But yeah, brilliant tournament. I really enjoyed it. And if they do a 4-game day and a 3-game day to take it to 7 games for an event, it will definitely qualify for super major status. I'd say yes to that, but I'm sleeping at a mate's house who lives in the Regency place that Prince Charles bought. Dorchester. It's in Dorch. So I'm staying down there for free. I'm staying down there for the price of a bottle of whiskey, which I can't really argue with. That's a solid price to pay. I know he's only got the 1 spare room. So unless you fancy dropping me off and then ferrying me and him to and from, which sounds really shit, that's not on the cards. Please don't offer. I'd feel really, really bad about accepting that. But there's plenty of people going down. People that you'll probably know as well. Couple of guys I know from around Nottingham. So you might even get a lift down with them, actually. But there's a good bunch of folk. Get a ticket soon because they have an early bird special. And you're old, so you like early bird specials, from what I understand. And you can get your ticket for an extra couple of % off, which is great. Who doesn't like that? Sure, I didn't win the painting competition. Wonder what I could do. Dude. Do you know? Did you get any more feedback other than the winner is this guy and that's it? And have you got any pictures of the winner? Do you know he needs to release Heavy Intercessor so I can start Marino? I've got 10 of them in the garage. Yeah, they're in the wild. They're released. I still need 5 flayed ones as well for the ever-expanding pile of Necrons. Okie doke, so that's all of him assembled. I think he looks better without the cloak, but he does look like he's got really skinny legs, actually, so no, I reckon he needs it. I'm not gluing this on, especially because we're painting this guy bone as well. But I know that fits in between that and that hole. So we just leave that in place for now because this part glues to it. And that goes in there. and then glues to there. So I want to attach this now, so I can paint all that part in one, but have it separate to this guy. So let's get some cement all down here. I'm not fussed about this obscuring detail. That's one of the best things about the extra thin from Tamiya. Just going to do that first. Thread that in and around there. Come on, you fucker. Listen, you fiddly bastard. It should just be enough bend in that plastic for me to get that out. Because you can now take the extra thin and just drop it into that gap. The benefit of this stuff is that because it's so thin, it just... This is why we want to do it with plastic glue as well. Come on, stop taking the piss. God, too much of this stuff is flexible. There we go. Finally got a working hold it. Right, apologies. Did you draw the Patreon one yet? No, in 23 and a bit minutes. So, definitely skip leg day. Heavy works. Okay, let's have a look then. My Patreon had a hissy fit after my PayPal didn't update my card details. Okay. I mean, we'll double check you're in if you want, just to be sure. But let's have a look at the winner. Okay, mate. To be fair, they've done a really good job. This is the Team Magic Glass thing, right? So I looked at this hashtag earlier on when I saw your Instagram post, and I couldn't find like the original post for the competition. So what were the rules of the competition? There's, oh boy, we just pop him over there for a sec. Out of the way. Cool, so never too many socks. There he is, he's assembled, ready to be painted, probably at some point, maybe late next week, but likely to be the week after. Let's brush all this crap out of the way. And we can do a little bit more painting. Patreon has a hosting error. Okay. So this is what won. An OEDO, thank you for the follow, welcome. That is a really nicely painted miniature, like overall. And then the whole UV resin thing that they've done with sort of wind or water being pushed away is nice. They've put some thought into this, and it's cool. I cast Gust of Wind. There you go. It's an air effect. First off, like I said, I tried finding the original post with this, but I couldn't find anything. But it's Team Magic Lass is the hashtag. Machine or magic themed, I was given a magic. Okay. This fits the brief a hell of a lot. Like, let's just click on this. Damn, that's quite impressive. Here's yours. Okay, you have man riding griffin. You've put in here the green represents the element of air, so you've given it the magical like look to it. but it's something you've probably felt like you needed to explain. Like, here's the brief, here's my interpretation of the brief. Whereas, if we go back to here, this is definitely a wizard. There's absolutely no question about it. This is a wizard. As soon as you see it, you're a wizard. Sandra, in this case, I guess. I don't know. Caliph. There we go. So they've nailed the brief. I'm not sure that we could say the same about your work. That being said, a griffin is by nature a magical beast. So, you know, there's an argument there for that at least. They've also done a really, really good job with the photography. And any online mini painting competition is all about, obviously, the miniature being painted well, but secondly is how nice a photo can you take. They've taken 3. It shows the mini from the front, one of the sides, and the back. The side one's important. It shows perspective, shows depth, and things like that. But look at the backdrop they've put in there. Look at the way they've set the miniature up in the scene. Whereas yours was a lot more sort of close cropped in and things like that. So that's this is almost certainly just a very, very good mobile phone camera rather than a like proper lens and everything else. Because if it was a proper lens, then what you'd ended up with in multiple focal points throughout the thing, and the whole thing could be in focus. And you wouldn't want the trees in the background being in focus, but all of the foreground would be in focus between us and the Mini. I'll tell you what, mate. It'd be worth you messaging them and saying, hey, I entered this. Could I have some feedback? Because if they say no, alright, they said no. Doesn't matter. Bit shit. But, you know, a no is just a no. That's all. If they say, oh, yeah, actually, yours was really well painted, but we thought this could have been better, or we thought this could have been better, and so on, then you've got more information then than you have now. And that's already a win. Feedback from painting contests is always good. In fact, I'm sure that Damo, who is the veteran of several Golden Demons, we're going to tell you just how valuable that feedback is. We all know it. We'd all like to know why we didn't do whatever it was we were hoping to achieve. So ask them, just flat out, send them a message. Yo, dog, why didn't I win? Please let me know so that next time I can win. But equally, next time you are entering a painting contest, and this goes to any of my students, why don't you just get in touch and say, hey, this is what I've got to paint, this is the brief that I've got, what do you think to doing this? And we can have a chat. It's something that Cadian Ranger, Daniel, and I talk about quite a bit in our lessons, because he is a competition painter and he's just looking to improve a little bit more. So every time we have a lesson, the last 5 minutes is normally me giving him feedback, or extra sort of advice, or just some general tips for whatever it is that he's currently working on for the contest that he's entering. Yours taking the expense, yeah. But that was already a much, much, much better shot than the ones you were giving us from your hobby desk. So, can't argue. Was it your first painting contest? Because I definitely didn't win my first painting contest. In fact, I didn't win... God, I don't know how many. Several. Many lots. We'll go with troll counting. You'll get there, dude. Keep plugging away. Keep putting the effort in. Blood, sweat, and years. You know, we talk about that a lot. If it was super easy, everyone would do it. You'd get no sense of achievement or satisfaction from it when it was done. So there'd be no point, right? Basically, all I'm looking for here is the shiny bits, which are still the gloss varnish, to hit with this wash. And the blue and the red washes are kind of interchangeable because of the way that this mini's been painted so far. Remember that cat missed half damage was also doing? I entered it in the brush beast comp. That's the... am I getting that confused with the one from Creature Caster? Damien, you got it absolutely right, mate. Yeah, that way you never lose as well. You know, you win or you learn. Sometimes both, but very rarely both. Also, what do you guys think about us running a painting contest? Like, community-driven painting contest. Resin Beast to Creature Caster 1. Gotcha. Thank you. Frozen! How you doing, brother? Saxtus. So, is this where we do paint Ultramarines? We don't paint Ultramarines currently. But, yes. How you doing, bro? 6 months now, man. New badge. As long as me and Damo don't enter. Yeah, sure. Thought Twitch froze. Yeah, I know. I held it right on. I was very, very happy with that. How you doing, brother? Have you finished dry brushing those Necrons of yours yet? Paint them a real colour like orange. Flash and Dash. Subscribe for 5 months. He says, so 4 months. One of us is confused on that. Which one? I'd either outfox the bot. Possible. Or your calculations were ever so slightly incorrect. Okay. Got a few bits on the base. We're going to wash those blue. Because why not? We'll just add in some more of that colour and keep it all going. Which means next stream we can get on with all the highlights for this guy, which I'm really looking forward to, because there's a load on here. I'm really, really looking forward to getting all the OSL and stuff done as well, because there's all these candles that are just going to jump out. Have we even heard of Frozin yet? Has he said anything? I don't think so. Probably format train until... Oh, I see. Nice one. Cheers, Des. That can go on my karaoke reel. Right, any more shiny bits? I don't think so. Okay. Cool beans. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Right, we've got a little bit of time. We have 10 minutes left in our Patreon giveaway. We've had loads of people sign up tonight, but this is the current price. So one Patreon video viewer or higher tier member is winning this evening. It's going to be painted by me in the color schemes of your choice, similarly to how this guy's being painted right now, and how this guy will be painted in the next couple of weeks. I've been told it's a very, very difficult miniature to get hold of. And is selling for like silly money on eBay right now. Let's have a look at the eBay fucking cost for this, right? Ripper Jackson. No! People have been telling me like 50, 60 quid. 30 quid, 35 quid, 40 quid. 150 quid painted. Let's check this one out. It's not a bad paint job, you know? Yeah, it looks alright. I rescind that statement. Wait. This is one of those like 3 feet nice minis, and then 150 quid. Are you fucking kidding? Well, with the model as well. Yeah, are you fucking kidding? Okay. Good from far from brilliant. Well done. Well done. Yeah, it looked really good from that first picture. Like, wow, that's pretty impressive. Not bad. And then I changed my mind. Brilliant. Well done, Wolf. Oh. Okay, let's get some of the metals out of the way. Mr. Chillmore. I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? Why are you sorry? Also, moobs. I mean, that's definitely more than a lockdown 15 to get those. We expect a higher quality paint job. Is that what you're saying, Jay? Yeah. Yeah, mine will look good up close as well as from afar. Got 25 quid for when I sold on eBay, so not silly money. No, not silly money. Not at all. I'm really glad about that because I hate the whole like super scalper thing that it seems to be extremely prevalent. I actually know somebody that makes a fair amount of money. Not like I could leave my job amount of money, but a fair amount of money on buying GW kits when they first come out, breaking them down and eBaying them. And he knows full well what he's doing and how much he's taking the piss and so on. But as far as he's concerned, that's totally fine. Each their own, right? Each their own. Right. Let's get some of the metals hit with some silver. We've got 7 minutes before that Patreon giveaway. Exclamation point Patreon to get in. I reckon we can get through this. I bought 4 because loads of mates wanted them. One let me down, so I thought, fair. So I reckon what we'll end up doing with this guy is basically highlighting everything that isn't the horse and his cloak and leaving those bits till last. Oh, stuff and things. SJ, thank you very much, dude. 5 go down. Oh, I like that. They were about to bounce out and the 5th one was just like, nope. Held him in. 100% accuracy. Cheers, brother. do the rest of this chain, and then we'll work the chain mail. And chain mail is an absolute bastard to highlight. It's one of those rare times where I'm tempted to dry brush. I'm still not going to, but the temptation is real. Like, here's this thing that is just a ball ache. I could dry brush it. Made a lot more clearing out all the Mortal Realm stuff I've been hoarding. I'll bet, brother. Did you use any of it? I know Ben bought about 10 issues of the first one. No, probably 5. Because he was using the Ghosty Boys. I don't know what they're called. Night Gaunt somethings. As conversions for Raptors for his Night Lords. And he's made up a load. He just hadn't got around to painting them yet. On the ways of our ancestors dry brush. Fuck no. Kickfisk! How you doing, bud? How's your evening been? Jay the Monk. Highlighting every individual linkage. It's basically going to be that. It's basically going to be that. Which is why I'm leaving that till last. If we get to it tonight, we get to it tonight. If we don't, we don't. We're going to be very, very shortly going into the whip, but we have 2 and a bit more minutes left to go on that Patreon giveaway. So, Danny, are you still having issues getting in, or have you managed to sort yourself out? You're one of the students, and so you should still be on the thing. Mine's okay now, I think? Alright, sweet. Good to hear. I'm glad. Yes, I meant to do this today and completely forgot with editing and stuff going on. Thursdays, my brain is basically jammed squarely up my bum because I spend all day editing and writing PDF guides and things like that. I managed to break some of it down and get the written guide done last night. It was only because I knew I had to do more work before I could produce the video today. Because I wanted to have photographs of models that were at least semi-finished in the video. And you'll see why as we get a chance to watch it tomorrow. So tomorrow, keep an eye on the Patreon areas of Discord. So all of you guys that have become a Patreon this evening, do make sure you've got access to the Discord as soon as possible. Message me just on Discord if you don't have access to Patreon only areas. Because it's in there that I'll be putting down the announcement for an extra student class that can go up. If you upgrade your membership from whatever you're currently on, you only pay the extra to go up a tier. You don't pay any more than that. So you're not going to have to pay an extra 35 quid, don't worry. Classes are Mondays and Fridays. Mondays are any time in the day, essentially, apart from the time where we're on the Hellstorm stream. I sent him the link for my calendar, and he's not booked anything. Do we just need to be a Patreon to enter? Master Mouse, yes, absolutely. So I will take all the Patreon video view or higher tier members, count them up, and you've literally got a minute to get in. I'll do a random number generator, and all this has to be off screen. Because Patreon for that page presents a load of personal information. And obviously, I'm not looking to breach data protection policies and so on. You know, we're not looking to fucking dox people Oh god, I hate how... I might just glue it down to the back of the horse. Stop some of the wobble. GDPR, thank you. That's the one I was trying to think of. But seeing as I don't have to do much with that anymore, that's kind of the back of my head. Although that being said, I'm now the one that's going to get fined if I fuck it up, rather than like my boss. So yeah, let's not fuck it up. Right. Okay. All of the silver will have some rust on it, by the way. We're not leaving this as plain silver. It is, but seeing as I think Britain still counts. Pretty sure United Kingdom still counts for that. SW, what up? Right. Let's go grab Patreon. Let's go to the relationship manager. And let's count all the people in this tier. So that's all the students, the masters, and the video viewers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 5, 6, 2, 7, 8, 46. Okay. So a random number generator, 1 to 46. Nice one, Wraith. I'm glad. One to 46. And then whatever this comes up as... Well, you can't see the address bar, but... You can't even see that. There you go. That's what we got. 37. So 37 is where we're at. SW, I will... have a look, but I'm pretty sure. Let me just finish this and then I'll sort you out. So, 7, 8, 9, 10. $30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Robert Russell. One lucky Patreon. Robert Russell. If you're here, so I imagine that's not your Twitch name, then please speak up. That thing, I just touched the wing by accident with the corner of this box, fucking spins like a Beyblade. Cool. Right, there we go. I will message you, I'll email you, and we will find out how you want Ripper Jackson painted. But now it is whip time. Whip it out. Come on, people. Oh, and SW Miniatures. Let me just search my name. That might be easier. FXTH. FXT. Hybelt? Sorry, bro. I don't know how to pronounce that. SW Miniatures, I don't know. Message me on Discord and I'll find out for you. Right. Whip time. Whippity whip, 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 whip. Okay, today at 21:10, Admiral Ants working on a big mech, got the skin down as well as base colours. Nice. Nice. I love that Gretchen. Well done. Good work on the skin as well, dude. Did you do the purple workup that I did for that YouTube video? Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, solid set of base coats. Those blue cables, just be careful after they've been like washed and highlighted and so on, that they don't take center stage. Because they're very bright and it could just take all of the attention for the front of the Mini. So just be careful of that. I appreciate there's a lot left to go on here. There's our grot, obviously looking baller AF. But, oh, you haven't got one with the gun on it. Well, see, once he's got the shock attack gun in there, that will really like pick up some of that focus. But I'm liking it, dude. Use a brush and not an airbrush. Mate, you've done really well with it. Like, I'd probably go one step higher and get the green built in with a little bit of yellow and get those muscle striations. So the last thing we did in that tutorial, airbrush work, was all with a brush at that stage. And just really, like, pop those muscles. Get a lot of the sort of texture built into the muscles. Because an orc mechanic is still yoked, yeah? Look at that guy's arm. I bet there's no one in chat that's got an arm like that. So, just that one extra step. Around the chin, you can still got the option of doing the sort of browns and so on glazed in there. The missing arm. There might be something in chat with the missing arm, you know. Good work there, dude. Right, Droke Mystic. 3 heads done, 1 to go. Thank you for advising your orange glaze. Much better. Oh, there's a tail head as well. I'd seen 3 on the face, and like, look at that. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Red horns. That works. That works. Bands arms. Oh, God. Yeah, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Nice work. Yeah, I love that, mate. The red horns really work. You could go a little bit more red with that if you wanted, I think, and not lose it, but it's solid. And that beak, yes, getting that orange in there. It makes the yellow look more yellow. So well done. Glad you've done it. Glad you like the advice as well. Let's look at that third head, though. Haven't seen this one yet. Damn! That's solid. Love the addition of the green tongue there. Stands out quite a lot. Good contrast against that sort of pinky purple that you've got going on. Nice highlights. Very tidy highlights as well. Looks solid, man. Looks solid. There can't be that much left to do on this guy, right? Obviously some assembly. But you must be nearly finished. The base needs doing. Anything much more than that? Right, Akuno, don't know if I posted this, but here is Poseidon, Lord of the Deep. This is the dwarf, sea dwarf army. Okay. Let's make that big. All right. The wrists aren't right. That sounds like a really nitpicky thing to say, but I know the guy's head and his beard are the dwarf bit and everything else is the sea elf bit, but if you look at his head, he's very meat-headed. And he's got his massive bushy beard, which gives the effect of making his torso look bigger. And so you've got this section in the middle of big lad with the skinniest arms. I know that's a GW risk because I can see which parts are the original model and which parts aren't. But maybe you could just green stuff a little bit from here to the, like, let's say this is his wizard's robe or whatever. Just clad that out a little bit more. Leave the hand as is. You know, don't need to change that. But maybe you could just bulk the forearm out a little bit more. It's not massive. That's the problem. It's not a massive deal, but I think once you've painted it, or once somebody has painted it at least, it might be a little more noticeable. So yeah, that's my only like point of feedback on that. I think it looks cool. It looks very cool because he's got a mohawk as well as everything else. It's a brilliant model as well. I fucking love the base and everything for it. I saw the most amazing. I think was it Dave Colwell? One sec. Let's hit up Insta. Yes. Fucking get a load of this. Are you shitting me? What the fuck? So here's the thing. Not only has he done that, he's redoing it because, I mean, that is look at that armor. Oh. Unfortunately, the resin didn't cure properly, and he's swimming in a piss lake. He is swimming in a piss lake. You're crying yourself to sleep. How do you think this poor motherfucker feels? He started going, oh, look at Eidolon, Lord of the Sewer? He's a wee bastard. Poor fucker. But how... Oh, shit. That was like, go back a post. How fucking beautiful is that? It's algae. Not when it's yellow, it's not. God, I love it. I love it. What an amazing, like, thing to do to a miniature. Pisses all over Mikey's resin, poor failure. Oh, the puns. They have multiple levels on that one. It's dead algae. Okay, that makes sense. Unfortunately, to the average hobbyist, piss water. 90 to convert the stabby version of UMB Power Axe. Cool, go for it. But wrist day, forearm day. Get him doing like forearm curls or being a teenage lad. Right, Crazy Anked. He's showing off all of his characters he's done as one-offs. Belisarius Core, Abaddon. Obviously, we've got Gaz over there with the little dude. And the Silent King. That's a nice shelf, man. Although I will point out, I think next one of these like one-off characters you do, try a different base effect. Because all of these have basically got the same basing. Try something else. Make that your little hobby test. This is a beautiful shelf of stuff, mate. And that, the bone dude, really stands out. Like, he's further back in the cabinet. I'm aware that the camera has put him in focus. But everything looks super crisp. Super, super crisp. Great work, dude. Great work. It's taken a long time to paint that, but you've really pushed yourself, and it really shows. I hope you're so happy with that, because I would be thrilled. Top work. And now, Xenos Heresy. It's Ghost Kill. Which is one of my favourite town models ever. Seriously love these things. Looking really good, man. A little bit of battle damage, nothing crazy yet, at least we'll say. No. Ship, it can't kill anything. I know. I know. They're so pants. They were amazing in 7th edition because these with the stealth drones were just almost impossible to hit. But now they're terrible. Right, the Johnsonator. Yes. Yes, here we go. Doing some more of George's Emperor's Children. Fucking lovely stuff, man. The top right photo with the like outstretched hand, that looks absolutely banging. Big fan of the purple you've got going on here. Love that blue as well. The blue on your plasma cells, I think, might benefit from a very, very, very thin wash over the coils. Let's just go bigger with that. Perhaps not then. Perhaps not. No, there's just enough separation there. I think you're alright. In the smaller picture, couldn't see it so much, but there, you've got it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, Santi. Oh, really out of whip. Okay. Starting the rest of the non-type metal bits, did bracers, neck guard, and started the helm. Looking at the pic now, I think I might need to brighten up all those front-facing bits. Yes. Definitely. And I'm not entirely certain that highlight's in the right place for your helm. From memory, your light source is in front of and towards the top right, looking at the miniature. Yeah? I think you've ended up more in the trap of like a weird GW style heavy metal team inside edge highlight on that helmet. Because you've got a line across the bottom, a line up there, and a line down. Nothing behaves like that. You feel attacked. Well, it's you that paints the heavy metal team, right? Like, you've got to choose their style to paint. That's up to you. You know, they have to make sure that all of their staff members in store can paint that looks close-ish to box art and teach little Timmy how to paint. That's why they use that style. So, helmet have golden, that's quite reflective. Yeah, it's that metal like plate you've got here though. That highlight. Compare that to your shoulder pad and your bracer and the way that the light is pushed off to that one side, right? Your helmet has to highlight the other side for a start. And then the shadow in the middle, which would be where the highlight goes. Look for some references. You might even be able to find some for a helmet. You know, there's enough museums out there and so on that have got these things on display. Give it a try. Yeah, Viking, it is late. So late, I'm tired. Oh shit. Overall, mate, you've been successfully smashing this all the way through. Like really. But that one element I think isn't right at the moment. Right, Duck 9410. Ooh. Dude, that's cool. That's cool. Good start on some non-metallic metal. I love the gold and the black combo that you've got going on currently. I imagine that's not going to be the way it looks, but it's very striking right now. Master Mouse, this is a Chaos Sorcerer of Zench. I've just finished listening to the Araman Exile book, so kind of digging this right now. First step to non-metallic metal. What you've got so far is a good start. Partially it's because it's against the black, but some of your shadows don't look like they're strong enough. You want to keep the black armor. Okay, cool. Then you need to change your shadows a little bit. So for my non-metallic gold, I tend to work from a dark brown, like a reddish brown, burnt umber, that kind of thing. And then add yellow to it repeatedly, and then add white to it until I get to the point where it's its full brightness. And then come back in and glaze some purple into some of the recesses. And it's not something I do very often at all, because I'm not particularly good at it, and it takes me a long time. And normally for the commissions, it's a case of, be on it. I think you also need to get in a couple of extra like edge highlights. So if you look at the chest symbol you've got that white dot there that just flows out around the sides a little bit more. I think you need to do more of that in things like the helmet. You're along the right lines, it just needs a little extra bit to do. And considering this is your first go, it's a really, really good first go. So don't be discouraged by that. Just give it another few passes, then do your highlights on the armor, and with the sort of thought in your head that you might need to come back and revisit some of the shadows on the gold. But seriously, dude, like when I see a picture there, I'm like, ooh, that's a really good sign. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. Keep it up. Right, Danny, can't decide on the basing scheme. Please help. We have Junkyard, I guess. I'm not too sure. Or this. This. Totally this. This. 100% this. Definitely this. 100%. It's got hazard stripes. Abandoned Storms. Peace out, bro. See you soon. And I like it. The light grey, full separation from the mini. This one, it's darker. You've got some darker metallics there. So's your mini. Kind of brings the mini back down. So that's not the only reason for the hazard stripes. It's also that nice light grey tile. Now remember, we just did that video for YouTube about how to create your own resin bases. In there was a painting guide on how to shade a lot of little tiles just like this. So that might be something to check out. Exclamation point YouTube for that. Master Mouse, I am a work in progress. Are you not entertained? Best whip tonight. Is the whip your beard? Because love it, mate. Absolutely love it. Shots fired. That was a cannonball. No, mate, I am absolutely over the moon that we sold some merch. Like, I can't believe we sold some merch. I even forgot we had the merch. So, fucking, this is all you. It's all you. New t-shirt site coming up soon because of you. Congrats, man. Love it. And apparently these are good as well. Looks like they got a decent fit. So, yeah. I used to have a mohawk. You have betrayed the cult of the mohawk, mate, by removing the mohawk. This is shocking, and you will be judged harshly. Right, so this is what we did tonight. We got all the washes done on this guy. We get a lot more smoothness now between our blue and our red because we wet blended in those washes. Kind of simple, kind of ghetto, but it's all good. Which means on the next stream, we'd normally do commission stuff at the weekend, but I'm feeling bad that we didn't complete this last month. So we're going to carry on working on this at least Saturday, maybe Sunday as well. So Saturday, 11 a.m. Stream goes live. We'll do some more work on this guy. Let's go find someone to raid. Sons of Rolo. Mate, absolute legend. Thank you very much, Mark. Let's go see who's online. Flixter's online, but we raided him very recently. Green Eyes is on. The Lindy... Oh, she's playing a video game. Malev's on. Give you guys a choice. So... Poll. Why didn't the poll command work? That. Okay. Who shall we raid? Fuck's sake. Green Eyes. Creations. Or Malev. Or... You're right, Des. He has actually raided here quite a lot, so definitely put all those in. Danny bought a t-shirt! Dude! Right, there we go. The poll is up. You got 3 choices. Go vote. Cheers, Danny. We're going to do some more shirts. And I get another couple of, like, just stream, like, Mohawk kind of branded shirts. And then I'm going to go full into creating, like, knockoff wrestlers shirts with the Mohawk stuff. We're definitely doing a Mohawk 316 shirt. Like, definitely. Right, Deckflow's winning this by miles. Congrats, fellow cultists. Look, they're t-shirts, they don't have hoods, okay? That's when it's going to get really spooky. Cool. I think Deckflow's definitely won. Can you outsell Shield Wall? Possibly, because my t-shirts don't come with messages that say, I wiped my ass with this. Not sure I want to wear that now. It's a red shirt with possibly a brown bit on. Right, we're raiding Deckflow. When we get there, show this guy some love. Absolutely show this guy some love. Because he comes here all the time. Can we get one? Come on, 68. Let's do one more for 69. Somebody press the raid button. 69. Peace out, everyone. See you soon.